Hello, everyone. This is Logan Stone coming to you not live. Was about to say live just because I feel like that's what every podcaster says. Um, but coming to you from StoneHouse Studios, aka my mother's basement, as everyone likes to promptly tell me. Uh, Bringing you an edition of StoneHouse Hootin and Hollerin with Logan Stone. I am, of course, Logan Stone. If you didn't recognize that, then you're an idiot. Why Hootin' and Hollerin' is for the name of this show? Why such a stupid name? Well, first of all, it's not set in stone, no pun intended, and I may not keep it because it sounds stupid. It sounds like I'm about to go to a hoedown, but I do like how it's hootin', meaning I would shoot the breeze with whatever, with myself, just review the week, whatever things popped up, and then hollering, because if you know me, which a lot of you would know, me is I'm a very angry person sometimes, not all the time, but I get my anger up a little bit. So there would probably be some hollering, some rants. So that's what you can expect. Today I'm drinking a gin and tonic. For you kids out there, it's Sprite. Oh, that's good. Basically, with this show, I'm just gonna go around and just tell you, you know, like I said earlier, things that happened this week, things that happened to me. Um, Today, though, really, I got a couple of topics I kind of want to touch on, but some sports stuff, some movie news, some things going on in my life. Nothing too personal because, you guys are weird. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You guys aren't weird. I'm weird. Whatever. Dead air right there. I love that. Anyways, but yeah, I think I am going to start with this. I'm going to start with basically my journey to StoneHouse Media, StoneHouse Productions. Not a lot of people know that there is actually a StoneHouse Productions, and I'll get into what StoneHouse Productions is. But first, let me talk about StoneHouse Media. StoneHouse Media is actually based off of my name, obviously, but it's an idea I've had for a while. Back in high school, I had not a lot, but a couple of people say, "Oh yeah, you should do comedy," but you're I don't know. People saying stupid shit, and I was like, YouTubers are stupid. They're all a bunch of hippies, and I was an old man in high school. I was like, get off my lawn. I just want to be left alone. Anyways, but I didn't really have any ideas. Basically, this channel is an avenue though for me to start directing and writing some of my own stuff, uh, doing whatever I want really. And I like to do whatever I want. I think all of us do, but I don't. I spent, what is it, 3 years at a shitty job, and the kind of jumping around here, but I spent 3 years at this job, and the job was just horrible, so demanding. There were people who were just idiots, and anyways, and I was really, I wouldn't say sad, but I was really just giving up, and I just finally gave up on that, and I was like, you know what? I'm finally gonna do what I've been wanting to do really since 2017, and that was gonna be devoting all of my time and energy, or as much of it as possible, on movie making, writing, um, and I mean this podcast and Too Dumb to Be Fake News, Movie Mass, and any other show I do it's things I'm interested in, but also it's something to kind of get me going. Um, my number one love will be making movies and writing scripts. Uh, right now, me and Eric Sanchez, we're working on some stuff. Hopefully, in the not too distant future, we are going to be doing sketches, comedy sketches. But it'll probably be a while. We actually do have some sketches we've been working on, and I'm actually really excited about that. We're gonna make SNL look like, who is that little girl that Miranda sings? That's her name. But anyways, so yes, this is all basically a gateway to directing. Um, yeah, and this is just me expressing myself basically. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know, who do know me, is I I've been writing scripts since, I guess, senior year of high school. I didn't know I wanted to be a director until a very late age, or a late age. That sounds stupid. But and then I got interested because I actually wrote a script for a theater class, and it just made me get hooked. And I kind of put that on the shelf for for a while. As a kid, you always grow up hearing like, "Oh, you'll never make it in the industry. The industry's hard to get in," and anyways, 2019, I found a script idea that made me really think, okay, I can really do this, and which is good, and that makes me happy. Hopefully, one day soon that'll be made, but whatever. We'll get into that more on the next episode. Actually, with Movie Mass, Eric and I are gonna be talking about what made us want to direct, what made us want to write, what made us want to get into this crazy industry. Yeah, but yeah, this show right here, this podcast, is just going to be me just expressing my thoughts. It's not going to be edited heavily. There's no video. Right now I'm naked. Okay, not naked, but I am not wearing pants. Okay, fine, I'm wearing pants, but no shirt. Okay, fine, I'm wearing a shirt. So I'm naked, except I'm not naked. I just made myself laugh right there. That's stupid. Okay. So hopefully there's some insight into what I want to do. Let's get into the first. Oh, so I just finished 2 reviews. I was supposed to do 3 reviews tonight, but I only did 2. Turning Red, the Pixar movie, and Adam Project, or The Adam Project, the Ryan Reynolds movie. Turning Red, both of them are streaming movies. Adam Project from Netflix and Turning Red from Disney Plus. So yeah, good time to be a streamer, or staying at home being a lazy ass like me. I was gonna do the movie X, but it's in theaters and I live an hour away from the closest movie theater I like. So, but those reviews should be coming up not in a day or 2. Hopefully I get this up on Thursday. If not, Friday will be fine, but whatever. Yeah. Turning Red, really good. Adam Project, really good. You'll get my full thoughts later on that. Batman. The Batman, which, for those of you who watched my review, apparently a lot of you guys thought I hated the movie. It passed $600 million worldwide, which is pretty good. I believe The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises made over $1 billion, so it's kind of weird that the Batman is only making 600 right now and hasn't passed the $1 billion mark yet. But that probably has to do with the 3-hour runtime. It's not a bad movie. Like I said, I gave it an 8.2, and someone was like, "Oh, well, Logan didn't like the movie." I was like, "Well, I liked the movie, but I had problems with the movie that I wanted to discuss." And everyone's raving about it, but I don't want those issues that I had with it to fall through the cracks just because it's a good movie. It's a Batman movie. I think Batman movies get kind of, what do I want to say? I want to say it gets a lot more love just because it is Batman. And people kind of let some of those problems they have go by the wayside. Ever since Dark Knight, it seems like. And I gave it an 8.2. 8.2 out of 10. It's a great movie. And Eric and I are going to be doing a Movie Mass episode on it when it comes out on HBO Max. When is that? April 19th. Yeah, so. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows it's Batman, and my love for Batman has, like I said, been around forever. It's going to be very hard for me to hate a Batman movie unless it's named Batman and Robin, but other than that, I give Batman a big, anyways, I give it a bunch of leeway. What do I want to talk about now? Let's get into some sports. I want to say it like every week like this. I want to say sports. But anyways, baseball is back. Spring's training started. Nothing really interesting. It is interesting to see all these the younger players come out, like the rookies, and they get invited to spring training, and you're just like, okay, you can do this, you can't do this, you're not ready, whatever. But I'm 24 now, and there are kids who are younger than me who are just now getting invites, or some of them are even making it to the Major League Baseball, which is so weird to see players who are younger than you. Oh. Sorry about that. March Madness. For some reason, even though I hate the NBA, I hate NBA. I hate the NBA. What is wrong with me today? I love March Madness. I don't know why. It started last week. For some reason, it's just something that's held my interest for so long, and it's fun. I don't know if it's just because there's so much need to win. It's do or die, and so all these players are giving it their all. It's just really fun for me. NBA, I think there's just too much attitude going around in the NBA. I can't stand it. Kyrie Irving. Well, I mean, I like Kyrie Irving, but LeBron James, he has to grab about something. Oh, and Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna get this is a Hollerin time right here. Russell Westbrook. Good Lord, it's hard to say his name. But he came on a couple weeks ago and he was like, ever since the beginning of my career, people have been calling me Westbrick, and it's offended my family and it's harassing my family, and I'm tired of it. And when people call me Westbrick now, I'm gonna be really angry, and I'm gonna call you out. And I'm like, dude, Torrey Hunter, famous baseball player for all you non-sports listeners, but he had a story where he was at Fenway Park in Boston, and the Red Sox fans were calling him racial slurs, and you're over here because people are calling you Westbrick whenever you suck. See, this is the type of stuff that drives me crazy. Like, Westbrook, shut the fuck up and do your job and, be entertaining. If you suck, you're going to get called out. There's nothing against your family. There may be other aspects of the thing I'm missing, and if so, I'm sorry. But if it's just, you called me Westbrick, that's stupid. You're an idiot, and shut up and dribble. Sorry, it's a funny joke. I did try to watch the women's March Madness, which is weird for me too because I don't like women's sports, and women's basketball definitely gets a kick in the head a lot. Women aren't great athletes, especially in basketball for some reason. And I did see one 3-point shot, but it was mostly 2-pointers, which made me laugh. But the women's game, I was really into it. It was like 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it was a tie game. Belmont and Tennessee. It was on ESPN2, and they cut to commercial in the middle of the last part of the game, and then they switch over to another game, and I'm like, dude, I'm finally interested in a game, and you switch it to another female game, and it's like the first quarter. Who cares? It's dumb. It's dumb. Let's see. That was me throwing paper. So the Netflix Marvel shows that used to be on, like Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, they moved over to Disney Plus this week. And I had recently finished a show called Boardwalk Empire. Good show. Nothing great. But I decided to start rewatching those. I haven't really watched those in forever. I think since Daredevil was a thing. But I'm starting off on... I finished the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. Then I watched Defenders the whole season. And then now I'm on Punisher. Daredevil is such a great show. I know everyone complains about the second season, but it's such a great show. Maybe it's because he's so much like Batman, but it's a great show. It's great writing, great characters. I don't think there's one weak link. And then you go over to Defenders and you see Iron Fist, and he's the most annoying guy in the entire franchise. I almost stopped the show because he was so annoying. He was just like, "Oh, I'm angry. Now I'm laughing. No, I'm angry." It's like, dude, pick a lane. There was this guy in theater class back in high school who acted just like the Iron Fist kid. and it made me laugh so much because this was exactly how he acted. Was like he would just stop his face, and he would just barely move his lips and kind of grumble, and he would be like, "Oh, I'm angry right now, and I feel like I'm about to shake, but I'm not actually." Anyways, it was stupid. He was a dumbass, or not a dumbass, but very likable person, but very stupid. Um, but that's what old Iron Fist does for me. That show's dumb. Jessica Jones is dumb. Luke Cage was good for the first season and then dropped off. Eh. But Daredevil and Punisher are the only good shows. John Bernthal, he is really good. Like, not a lot of you guys know he's a great Punisher, but he doesn't really get a lot of roles. He recently did a movie with Will Smith called King Richard, but I think he's only a supporting character, and he hasn't really gotten any big roles that really show off his acting talent. But like he plays Frank Castle as like this, like he really does hardcore, and like, oh my gosh, he's so good at it. And who was it? Charlie Cox as Daredevil. Yeah, he's great too. It's got to be hard to play a blind man. You got to like your eyes instantly focused to one area. And anyways, he kind of does like this cross-eye thing, which is really good. But yeah, Defender sucks unless it's about Matt Murdock and Daredevil. Speaking of Daredevil, they are doing a fourth season of Daredevil, and it's going to be released on Disney Plus, and kind of scares the crap out of me because Disney Plus is, very PG. Like, they screwed up Hawkeye, WandaVision. Loki was okay. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was dumb. It was just mediocre. There's no real sorry, squeaking like a little girl. There's no real stakes in these Marvel shows and even the Marvel movies, which is why Marvel has kind of gone downhill for me since Avengers Endgame, which and even before Avengers Endgame, there hasn't really been any stakes for me, but which kind of takes away from the story. If you have no stakes, then you're not really excited. And but I hope they keep Daredevil dark, gritty, angry. They can do whatever they want with Iron Fist and Jessica Jones, but Iron Fist, I think, actually could benefit from being not as dark as Daredevil. Luke Cage could have a little bit more of a comedic aspect, but Daredevil and Punisher, if you try to make them all hunky-dory and shit, then it's going to fall apart, and you will lose a lot of fans because people love those shows. And this is coming from a person who does not like Marvel movies, really. Or Marvel in general. I'm a DC guy, but... watched No Country for Old Men. Watched it with my parents. Which... it's hard to watch a movie with my parents because my mom is deaf. And so she has to have everything repeated to her in 5 seconds. Or every 5 seconds. And my dad is, if you have a movie that's more complicated than a guy goes to a grocery store, then he will be like, I don't understand, it's so convoluted. It's like, no, it's not convoluted. And anyway, so it was hard to watch that movie. You gotta have a straightforward movie to watch with old people, it seems like. And Yeah, it's a great movie though. It's every time I watch it, I forget how great the Coen brothers were. Like Big Lebowski, Fargo, and No Country for Old Men are probably the greatest top 100 movies of all time. I know Fargo is on a lot of people's list. I don't get that one, but it's whatever. Uh, oh, so this is a topic I want to talk about too. So I'm not much of a gamer, but I do. I've recently gotten into these people who play who do Super Mario speed runs, and a speed run apparently is just like where you find glitches in the game and you you just basically exploit those glitches and you beat the game as fast as you can. The world record for the fastest time beaten in a Super Mario is 1 hour 37 minutes and 52 seconds to get all 120 stars. It takes me 2 days to beat the game, but it takes these guys less than 2 hours to beat it, which is really amazing if you think about it. And like I'm not a gamer, but it's really cool. Like it's really interesting when you go down these rabbit holes, and like the game is 25 years old. 25 years old. I think it's the first game released on Nintendo 64. And this is the game I grew up watching or playing. Like me and my brother, we would play it a lot as kids, and or yeah, I was a kid, he was a kid. I totally forgot. He's 11 years older than me, so anyways, yeah, I mean these guys have spent years trying to finding these glitches, and they're still finding glitches in these games 25 years after the fact. Like it's really interesting. Like this guy just found like last week a way to get a star. What is it, like 2 seconds faster? And 2 seconds faster is a big deal in those areas. And like I tried doing it off a speed run, but it's so impossible. And yeah, yeah, it's weird that they're still finding ways to make this game relevant 25 years after the fact, but it's whatever. Yeah, there's a guy called Simply on YouTube. He hosts like Mario speed runs, and like he just recently did a tournament about doing 16 star, which is where they do only a sample of the stars, and they beat the game in like less than 20 minutes. There are people who do 0 stars where they are able to glitch the game to where they don't get any stars, and they can glitch into the top of Bowser, or the Bowser's final level, which is really interesting. And I think that's like 7 minutes. It's really interesting, but anyways, yeah, that's a lot of information, but whatever. But um, yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I don't have a lot to talk about today, and this is just kind of laid back, and I don't really have much to say. But anyways, it's laid back. Just I don't know why I keep talking, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It can only go up from here, as I will say a lot. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Comment what happened to you this week. Or your favorite drink. I'm not Gin and tonic is not my favorite drink, but it apparently Queen Elizabeth drinks it all the time. Like she does one gin and tonic a day, and she says that's how she is still kicking. Is it Queen Elizabeth? I don't know. I don't care about British people. Anyways, whatever. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever your heart desires. We'll definitely have more videos coming up. I'd like to do a video a day, but depend. Starting off, it's not going to be like that. We'll have. I'd like to get more into what we are doing with the channel. More of the history behind the channel, more of the history behind me and the channel. Next episode, like I said, we're going to have Eric Sanchez on, and we're going to talk about movie mass and where we came from, or what we had envisioned for this channel and for this show in particular. And anyways, have a good rest of your day, and peace out, mother Fs. Wait, it's on my line.